My ex-wife came out as lesbian and left me and my daughters 3 years ago, and now she's back. She walked out when our oldest was 14 and youngest was 10, said she found herself with a coworker and needed to discover who she really was. Left on a Thursday evening in November. Packed 2 suitcases and didn't look back. For 3 years I worked doubles at the factory making $18 an hour. Every morning I'd pack their lunches. Every night I'd help with homework. And every single bedtime my youngest would ask the same question. Daddy, are you going to leave us too? I'd hug her tight and promise I wouldn't. But inside I was dying. The first 6 months were hell. I'd cry in the shower so they wouldn't hear. Lost 30 pounds because I couldn't eat. My manager at work pulled me aside twice asking if I was okay. I wasn't, but I had to be for them. My daughters never talked about their mom. It was like she never existed. I tried reaching out maybe 10 times that first year. Texts, calls, even drove to her new apartment once. Nothing. She blocked my number, changed her social media, completely erased us. Then I got lucky. A better job opened up at a tech company doing IT support. $65,000 a year. Suddenly we could breathe. I took my girls to Disneyland for the first time. We got a bigger apartment. Life started feeling normal again. Last Tuesday night we were sitting in the living room and I told them to write their Christmas list since December was coming up. My oldest is 17 now, applying to colleges. My youngest just turned 13 and made the volleyball team. They were laughing, writing down ridiculous things like a pet dragon and $1 million. Then the doorbell rang. I opened it and my entire body went cold. My ex-wife standing there in a new haircut, designer jacket, smiling like she was picking them up from a play date. Hey, she said, trying to hug me. I stepped back. My oldest came up behind me asking who it was. When she saw her mother, I watched her face change. Not shock, not sadness. Pure anger I'd never seen before. My ex tried apologizing, reaching for a hug. My daughter pushed her hands away hard and said, "Get out, we don't want you here." My youngest appeared in the hallway, saw what was happening, turned around without a word and went to her bedroom. My oldest followed to comfort her. My ex looked ashamed, finally. She said the last 3 years weren't easy for her either. That she thought about the girls constantly but was too scared to come back. She asked if I could talk to them, convince them to give her another chance. I told her I'd tell them she came by, let them decide, but I wouldn't push them into anything. She nodded and left her new phone number. I noticed she wasn't wearing a wedding ring. I went to my daughter's room. My youngest was crying in her sister's arms on the bed. I sat down and explained that their mom wanted to reconnect, that if they wanted to see her, I'd support that decision completely. It would be okay with me. My oldest looked at me with tears in her eyes and said, "Dad, we can't forgive her for what she did. You're everything we need. You always have been." My youngest wiped her face and said something that broke my heart. I always thought I missed Mom, but seeing her again, I realized I don't. I just missed the idea of having a mom. But you've been both for us. I texted my ex what they said. She read it immediately but never responded. I thought that was the end. It wasn't. 3 days later, I was watching TV when I heard shouting outside. I ran out and saw my oldest daughter standing face to face with her mother in our driveway. My youngest was crying by the garage. My 17-year-old wasn't yelling. Her voice was steady, cold, devastating. "You have no idea what you did to us," she said. "Do you know how depressed Dad was?" I heard him crying at night. I saw the medication bottles. I watched him force himself to smile every morning so we wouldn't be scared. I froze. I thought I'd hidden all of that perfectly. She continued. "I was 14 when you left. I had to explain to my friends why my mom wasn't at my graduation. Why she missed my 15th birthday, my 16th. I told them she died because it was easier than saying she abandoned us." My ex tried to interrupt, but my daughter wasn't done. "And the worst part, you made my little sister think love doesn't exist. She told me last year she never wants to get married because what's the point if people just leave?" My youngest was sobbing now. I pulled her into a hug, but I didn't stop my oldest. She deserved to say this. "We don't want you back. We never did. Dad gave us everything while you gave us nothing. So leave. If you ever show up here again, we're getting a restraining order." My ex stood there crying, trying to form words. Finally, she whispered, "I'm sorry," and walked to her car. My oldest walked over and hugged me tight, her whole body shaking. My youngest joined us. We stood there in the driveway holding each other. "Dad," my oldest whispered, "we chose you a long time ago. We always will." My ex hasn't come back. It's been 4 days now. My daughters seem lighter somehow, like saying those words freed something in them. Last night, my youngest asked if we could take down the family photo in the hallway, the one with all 4 of us from before. I started to, but my oldest stopped me. "Leave it up," she said. "That's not Mom anymore. That's just a reminder of who we used to be. We're better now." She's right. We are.